All right, what's up, guys? We should be live. We just got a 2-game slate tonight, so I don't know how long I'm gonna be live for. I usually stream for like 30 minutes, but we might not go the full 30 minutes tonight. I don't think there's gonna be too many questions answered or too many questions asked. With it just being a 2-game slate, this is a day that I think most people might be taking off. I'm personally not gonna play too much tonight. I have a couple entries going like on prize picks and stuff, but it's a short slate. Don't need to play this one, too heavily. But if you guys do have questions tonight, you can throw those in chat. We'll be live for, maybe 15, 20 minutes. We'll just kind of see, if depending on how many questions you guys have. But yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning into the stream, even though we just have 2 games tonight. If you enjoy these streams, as always, guys, appreciate you tuning in. Hit that like button. If you're new and you have not yet, hit that subscribe button as well. And again, if you need any questions answered, whatever it may be, lineup specific, strategy questions, life questions, we can talk about anything. You can definitely throw those in chat. What's up, Derek? What's up, my man? What value picks are under 4K on DK? So on this slate, there's not a ton of value, but you kind of have to go stars and scrubs because DraftKings really price down all the stars. Like Jokic, he would normally be 12.5, 12.6. Today he's 11.2, just because DraftKings made the pricing a little bit softer for the 2-gamers. So you kind of have to go stars and scrubs if you're looking for value. I'm kind of looking to Jonathan Kuminga, without Otto Porter, without Iguodala. Kuminga's been playing solid minutes off the bench. He's only 4,300. I think both these games stay close tonight, but by some chance, if this game turns into a blowout, Kuminga would still play in a blowout. So I feel pretty good about him as a value play. I think Kevon Looney's going to have to play close to 30 minutes. They're going to need his size going up against Jokic. So definitely think Kevon Looney's in play at 4,100. Moses Moody, he's been starting lately. He should start once again, probably play 25 to 30 minutes, and he's only 3,500. These are guys that don't offer a ton of upside, but with how this slate is kind of shaken out, given the pricing, you're gonna want to jam these stars in, so you kind of have to go to some of these cheap guys. I would say probably those are my 3 favorites. There's some other ones that are in play, like Goran Dragic. His role's been pretty good off the bench. I don't hate going to Goran Dragic. Matisse Thybulle should play a lot of minutes because they're gonna want him out there to guard KD and Harden. Obviously, Matisse Thybulle is not a high upside fantasy player, but he probably plays 30 minutes and he's 3,400. So you could throw him into your value pool. There's just a bunch of different guys. I would say my favorites probably Kuminga and Moody. Probably my 2 favorites. ZR Skills, what's up, my man? Good evening to you as well. Sean, what's up? Good luck. Good luck to you as well. Good luck on this 2-gamer. Hey, Marvin, good luck to you as well. Good luck to you as well. Nuggets wings are driving me crazy. Are you talking about, the question marks right now? There are a lot of question marks with the Nuggets. They're the one team that we kind of are waiting for some injury news on. Will Barton's questionable. Aaron Gordon is probable, I do believe, but Jeff Green's questionable. Bones Highland's questionable. Normally, on a full slate, these question marks wouldn't mean too much, but on this 2-gamer, obviously they mean a lot. So yeah, we'll have to watch that. I think if Will Barton sits, that definitely helps Aaron Gordon. It helps Monte Morris. If Bones Highland sits, that's even better for Monte Morris. I think it would bring Austin Rivers into play. Yeah, we'll have to see there with Denver. A lot up in the air right now. What's up, Noah? I'm just here to leave a like and support because I think I'm taking the night off. I might do 1 lineup on FanDuel. I'm staying away from DraftKings tonight. Hey, my man, totally fine with that. Yeah. I think, for DFS, man, I think it's totally okay to take a night off. There's going to be so many NBA slates to play. I've been playing DFS for 5 years now. These are the kind of nights where you just you play light, you maybe take the night off, and then you get ready for the next day. Because I think we have 10 games tomorrow, so yeah. If you want to take the night off, play light tonight, I totally feel you. 2-game slates should be illegal. As a content creator, I kind of like them, honestly. These kind of days are kind of easy for content creators, I guess. But yeah, for playing DFS, 2-game slates are never fun. What's up, Suave? What's up, my man? Stars and Scrubs slate for sure. Oh, for sure. Demolish that like button. Yeah, guys, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Gabrielle, what's up, my man? What's up? Let's get this money, Loa. Hey, Mart, let's get it. I'm here looking like Din DeJarn. I have no idea who that is. Who is Din DeJarn? DJ. Oh. See, I don't even watch Star Wars. That just shows you I didn't even know who that was. The Mandalorian. Gotcha. I've never watched Star Wars. Never. Jordan Poole, I think Jordan Poole is fine. He has been playing really well lately. But now that the team is fully healthy, Steph is back, Clay's back, Wiggins is back, I would definitely temper my expectations for Jordan Poole. I don't expect him to put up, 50 Draftkings points or something like he did when everyone was out. But he should still play 25, 30 minutes off the bench. Jordan Poole is a guy that he can get hot. When he's shooting the ball well, he can put up good games. But I would definitely say just, temper your expectations a little bit. We've seen Jordan Poole be kind of mediocre when the team's been fully healthy. But I definitely think on a 2-game slate, yeah, you could for sure go there. Enough value to stuff KD, Jokic, and Embiid. You might could make that work. Let's see. If you plug KD, Jokic, and Embiid, you're left with 3,500. I mean, yeah, if you want to do that, then you're probably going to have to play like Matisse Thybulle, Moses Moody, Goran Dragic. I mean, you're really going to have to play some of these guys. You don't really have a choice. Man, I don't know if there's enough value to fit 3 studs, but I think 2 is doable. But yeah, fitting 3 studs tonight might be a little tough. Because yeah, like that point, you're playing Thybulle, you're playing Moses Moody, you're probably playing Dragic. And then maybe you play like Austin Rivers and maybe Patty Mills. I mean, yeah, or you couldn't even play Patty Mills there. Or I guess you could just move Moody to forward. Yeah, I don't think I'd be playing 3 studs. I wouldn't like my lineup if I did that. Thoughts on Drummond? I think Drummond's a pretty good option. I do worry about foul trouble going up against Embiid, but they're going to need someone out there with size. I don't think they want Nicholas Claxton out there guarding Embiid. I don't think they want Blake Griffin out there. So I think Drummond plays 24, 25, 26 minutes if he can stay out of foul trouble. And we know Drummond's a really good point per minute player. If you told me before the slate started that Drummond played 26 minutes, I would probably play him. But the one thing that makes me hesitant is I'm just not confident he plays 26 minutes because he could get in massive foul trouble. But he's a great point per minute player, and if the minutes are there, he can smash like he did last game against Charlotte. Embiid over 56 fantasy points or over 31.5 points. I personally have not taken any Embiid props today. I would think I'd probably take points first. So he's hit his points in 2 out of his last 5. Let's see if the games. So both games where he hit his points prop, he also hit his fantasy prop. Like I would have to think if Embiid hits his points, he probably hits fantasy too. Embiid can have those games where he does get like 3 blocks and 3 steals. So maybe you take fantasy. I mean, fantasy is usually a little bit safer just because a guy doesn't have to have a massive, scoring game to still go over his fantasy points, especially like Embiid. Embiid could get, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 blocks, 2 steals. So probably fantasy I would take first. Jokic, another monster night. I mean, Jokic has been unreal lately. I don't think Golden State's going to be able to stop him, that's for sure. I mean, they'll probably like double team Jokic or triple team him, but even if you do that, he'll get like 17 assists. So as long as his teammates can make shots. I mean, yeah, dude's unreal. He's a top play every slate, and obviously on a 2-gamer, he stands out as a top option for sure. Took the night off, hope to cash out tonight, Noah. Oh, you took yesterday off, or are you taking tonight off? If you're taking tonight off, that was probably a smart idea. I would definitely recommend, obviously you guys can do what you want. It's your money, you play how you want, but I would definitely recommend taking maybe tonight off or even playing just really light. You think Embiid will get Drummond in foul trouble? That's a big risk for sure. I think if if Drummond can stay out of foul trouble, I think Drummond has a lot of upside because we've seen what he can do when he gets good minutes. And Embiid defensively this year has definitely not been as good. I think Embiid's really been trying to go all out on the offensive end, where his defense is kind of lacking a little bit. So I definitely think Embiid Drummond could put up a big game if he stays out of foul trouble. 1-game slate on Thursday, make it worse. It's the Magic and forgot who else put a trash. I did see that, yeah. I always take a look at the schedule, like, a week in advance just kind of to see how many games there are. And yeah, there's 1 game next Thursday. Because I think next Thursday is when the NCAA, the basketball tournament starts for college. So yeah, there's 1 game next Thursday, and it's the Pistons and the Magic. Yeah, that'll be another good slate to not play or to take off. So it might be 2 Thursdays in a row where I probably won't be playing much, if at all. I'm leaving 1,600 left in the lineup, see how I do. I mean, yeah, on a 2-game slate, you can leave that kind of salary on the table. Especially, if you're playing in a large field GPP, if you don't want to have your lineup duplicated, you're going to have to do something a little different. So, yeah, leaving $1,600 on the table is totally fine on the 2-game slate. 3 stars with higher risk scrubs or 2 stars with more balance. If you were playing one game, what would you prefer? Well, it's tough to play 3 stars. We kind of just built out a little lineup right there. It's really tough to fit 3 stars. So you probably are going with 2. Between the 2 games, which one do I prefer? I mean, I think there's more value in the late game, because I think if like all these Denver guys are out again, you know, Aaron Gordon will be a pretty good option at 5,400. You know, Monte Morris will be a pretty good value. On the Golden State side, you know, we talked about Moses Moody, Kuminga. So honestly, I think I like the later game more than the early game. I think playing the early game, like playing one of the stars or 2 of the stars, is fine, and then playing some value in the late game, because there's really not much value in this game that I like. Maybe Goran Dragic, maybe Matisse Thybulle, but yeah, I think more of the value is coming from the later game. Do you play MLB DFS? Is there an excellent content creator for MLB? I do play MLB DFS. Last season, I did not make any MLB content on YouTube. I still provided MLB stuff for Patreon members. I'll still be providing MLB stuff for Patreon members. I haven't decided yet if I'll be making MLB videos or not. Because I think they said the MLB season's going to start in like April 7th or something, early April. And as long as basketball is still going on, like I'm going to prioritize NBA over MLB. But maybe when NBA season ends during the summer, I might make some MLB videos. It's kind of crazy. When I first started playing DFS, MLB was actually the sport that I first started playing. I was 19 points away from first on Tuesday, 100K to first. Pelicans blowout hurt me. I had McCollum. That's brutal, man. That's brutal. I had a some prospects entries I was sweating. I needed 2 rebounds from Wendell Carter Jr. Did any of you guys that play on prospects, did you take Wendell Carter Jr.'s rebounds yesterday? Because I took Wendell Carter Jr.'s rebounds. He had hit it. He had hit his over on rebounds in like 7 straight games. And yesterday he had 8 rebounds after the end of the 3rd quarter. And then he never played in the 4th quarter. It was just so brutal. And it wasn't even like a blowout. I mean, the Magic, I think they were winning by like 12, and the coach just never brought the starters back out on the floor. I would have won. I think I would have profited like $2,000 on prospects yesterday if I got those Wendell Carter Jr. rebounds. But yeah, that was just weird, man. I don't know what the Magic were doing. Then we'll be somewhere laughing if the Nets win. I'm gonna be interested to see, you know, what kind of ovation Ben Simmons is gonna get tonight. He probably won't get any ovation. I'll definitely have to be tuning into the game right before it starts, when they do like the starting lineups and all that, see if they say anything about Ben Simmons, because he's going to be there and he's going to be in attendance. He's obviously not playing though, but he'll be on the bench, and I'm sure they'll be booing him, the Philly fans. Embiid or Joker? I would take Joker straight up if I had to pick one. Imagine whoever played Tony Snell yesterday. You never play Tony Snell. That's your wise tip of the day. Never play Tony Snell. The whole team could be out. You never play Tony Snell. You think it's okay to play Joker and Looney together? Yeah, I have no issues with that. I mean, it's a 2-game slate, and like I don't think those guys. I mean, I don't think they really negatively correlate. I guess your one worry with Looney is that maybe he gets in foul trouble guarding Jokic. But yeah, I don't think there's any concern there. Claxton a solid play tonight. I think if you play Claxton, you're kind of hoping that Drummond gets in foul trouble. And if Drummond does get in foul trouble, I think Claxton will definitely be the first guy off the bench and will get a boost in minutes. So, you know, if you want to play that and just hope, or you want to play Claxton and hope that, you know, Drummond gets in foul trouble, I mean, it's fine on a 2-game slate. It's fine. You still like Gordon if Barton plays? I think Gordon would still be fine. I would definitely feel better about Aaron Gordon if Barton plays, but I still think he's fine. Klay Thompson viable? On this slate, like I don't think Klay Thompson really stands out. Like I said earlier, this is setting up as a stars and scrubs kind of slate, just with how Draftkings price the stars down. So there's not much in the mid-range I really like. I mean, Maxey, Wiggins, Thompson, Tobias Harris, like none of those guys at their price points look great to me. I think just trying to get up to 1 or 2, maybe 3 stars if possible, and then just playing whatever value you can find. That's kind of the way I'm approaching this slate. I think if you want to be contrarian, you play, you know, a bunch of mid-range guys, but I don't think that's a winning strategy on this slate. Harden or Durant? That's a tough question. I mean, I would say Durant if I had to pick one, but those are, I mean, when it comes to these studs, man, like Curry, Kyrie, KD, Harden, all these guys have massive upside. They all project very closely. I think Jokic is my favorite of all the studs. If I had to rank them, I would probably say Jokic 1, Embiid 2, KD 3, Harden 4, Steph 5, Kyrie 6. But God, like when it comes to these studs, man, any of these guys could go for 70 tonight, and nobody will be surprised. I'm sure one or two of the studs tonight is probably going to bust, but yeah, we don't really know which ones it's going to be. It's just you got to hope that it ain't the guy that you roster. Embiid, Harden, or Durant? I would say Embiid's my favorite of those three. I would say Embiid first, then Durant, then Harden, if I had to rank them. Devon Reed or Niang interest you for value? I think Devon Reed would only be playable if, you know, basically everyone that sat out yesterday sat out again. So like if Will Barnes out, if Bones Highland's out, if Jeff Green's out, then you could probably play Devon Reed. If all those guys play, though, I would not play Devon Reed. But Niang, I mean, I think Niang's fine. He should get a few more minutes without Danny Green. You know, Georges Niang's a scoring-dependent player. He's going to have to shoot well from three to have a good game. But we've seen him come off the bench and knock down 5, 6, 7 threes. I mean, 5 for 8 from three, 4 for 7 from three. If he has one of those good shooting games, yeah, he can get you 20, 22, 24 DraftKings points. So I don't hate Niang as a value. There's not one specific value play that stands out head and shoulders above the rest tonight. So Niang, if you want to go to him, I think that's totally fine. On DraftKings, would you play Clay and Lee or Moody and Harris for last two in? So Clay and Damian Lee or Moses Moody, Tobias Harris. Probably Moody and Harris, but that's really close. What about fading Embiid and Jokic, go with Drummond and Looney and pay up for Curry, Durant, Harden? Michael, I have no issues with that. If that's the way you want to go, I think that's totally fine. Best captain for Showdown, Harden, KD, or Embiid? I would say Embiid's my favorite of those three. Yeah, that would be my favorite of the three. Prize Picks tonight is tough to judge. Yeah, I'm not playing much on Prize Picks tonight. I have one entry going right now. I have a 2-pick that I put in. I don't think I'm going to play much else, honestly. It's just these 2-game slates. I mean, there's plenty of, like, Prize Picks has added a lot of props for, like, a lot of these other guys. Like, they've got props for these bench guys. You know, there's props for Niang and Thibault and Shake Milton, but I don't know, man. I don't want to force myself to play something if I don't feel confident in it, so I got one entry going, and that might be all that I play tonight on Prize Picks. UNC Tar Heels or Virginia tonight? Dude, I can't tell you the last time I watched a college basketball game. I think is North Carolina. They've kind of gone like downhill, haven't they? In college basketball. I'm guessing that's what you're talking about. I have no idea. I guess Virginia, if I had to pick a team there. Play Jokic and Drummond or Jokic and Embiid. I mean, if you can fit Jokic and Embiid, I would go Jokic and Embiid. But it kind of depends on what you're sacrificing with the rest of your lineup to get Jokic and Embiid in there. You feel Curry is too cheap tonight? He's been so hit or miss this year. You could say that he's too cheap at 9,800, but you got to think about all the other studs. You know, basically everyone, all the high-priced players got priced down. Like normally we would be paying, you know, 12. Like 12.6, 12.6, 12.6, 12.4. Like we'd be paying over 12K for Jokic. He got priced down to 11.2. You know, Embiid, we would normally be paying 12K, 11.9. He got priced down to 10A. So like all the studs got priced down. So yeah, you could make that argument that Steph is a little bit too cheap, but I think you could say the same thing about Jokic and Embiid and all the other studs. So Steph is not my favorite of the studs. His floor has been so low this year. Like he can put up a huge game any night, but man, like he can definitely be a guy that just tanks your lineup. We've seen a bunch of 35, 40 DraftKings points games from Curry, which is obviously not what you want. But that ceiling is always there for Steph. I think he will be the lowest owned of all the studs, if I had to guess. I think the ownership projections have him as the lowest owned of all the studs. Excellent. Thanks, Noah. MLB content once NBA is over is great. I find MLB less stressful. I mean, yeah, 100%, Gabe, 100%. Because with MLB, you know, you're getting teams' lineups 3-4 hours before the game starts. There's no late scratch. Rarely is there late scratches in MLB. Really, for MLB, you just kind of have to pay attention to weather. Like that's the one important thing. But yeah, I definitely enjoy MLB season because it's for sure less stressful. That's for damn sure. Still is a fantasy god, y'all tripping. Did Tony Snell, so yesterday he had like another 0-0-0 game, didn't he? Let me take a look. I thought I saw that on Twitter. I don't even know what Tony Snell did yesterday, but I'm pretty sure he had another game where he did nothing. Like 30 minutes and like nothing, no stats. What was this? Let me pull up his box score from yesterday. I'm guessing that's why so many people are talking about Tony Snell. I didn't even know what he did yesterday. So he played 31 minutes. Hold up. Let me pull up his game log. 31 minutes, 0 for 4, 0 for 3 from 3. He had 1 rebound, 2 steals, and 1 turnover. So he made 0 shots. He had a rebound. Tony Snell played 31 minutes yesterday. He had a rebound and 2 steals in 31 minutes. I mean, that is just so fucking bad. Like, I think if I played 31 minutes, I could probably at least make a shot. Like, no joke. Like, I mean, I don't know enough about Tony Snell, but like, is he really like, is he a good defender? Like, why is he on NBA teams? Like, he's just so bad. God, he's so bad. I don't know why Snell's still in the league. I don't either, man. I don't either. Maybe it's for defense. Like, I don't watch enough Pelicans games to know enough about Tony Snell, but my God, when you look at his box scores, it's just terrible. Does Milton get minutes with Danny Green out? He might. I think they're probably going to split up the minutes between, like, maybe Thibault gets a few more, maybe Niang gets a few more, and then obviously, you know, Milton could play a few more. On a 2-game slate, like, Shake Milton is playable, but I think he's one of the riskier values. Harden or Irving? I would probably say Harden if I had to pick one of those two. Poole, Thibault, and Bielitsa, or Kuminga, JaMychal Green, and Dragic? I'd say Poole, Thibault, Bielitsa. Good luck, Noah Jokic, and B Maxey for all the gold. Hey, good luck, Dirty Dan. Good luck, my man. Snell used to be so good back in the day, but his three-point shot was still the only thing he had. I think that sounds right, yeah. I want to say that, yeah, Tony Snell used to be a solid three-point shooter. But, like, how old is he? I'm going to Google how old he is. He's 30 years old. I mean, yeah. He's been on a lot of teams, too. He's been on the Hawks. He's been on the Bucks. He's on the Pelicans now. I want to say he's been on, like, another team. He's been all over I think he was on Portland at one point. He's been all over the league. I don't know how long Tony Snell will be in the league for. I don't know how much longer he'll be in the league for. The fact that he can do that, like play 30 minutes and like not record a stat, is just mind-boggling. Like, at that point, like, what's the purpose of you being out there unless he's just like some elite defender, which I don't think he really is. So who else finally went to SGA last night? Thunder have kept games close lately, but the night I play him, the team gets blown out and he busted. Dude, I was looking at SGA's points prop yesterday on PrizePicks. I didn't play him in DFS, but I was looking at his points prop on PrizePicks. I almost pulled the trigger because SGA's been hitting his points prop like every game for like the last 6-7 games. I couldn't do it yesterday. On a back-to-back, I was definitely worried about them getting blown out, and yeah, finally happened. It's funny how that works though, Ryan. You know, SGA's been crushing every single night, and then when you finally play him, that's when they get blown out and he sucks. I totally feel you there. Totally feel you. What's a top draft pick? He might have been. I have no idea. I'm gonna Google this. When was Tony Snell? He was drafted by 20th overall by the Bulls. So he got drafted by the Bulls in 2013. That was definitely before I was really into basketball. Yeah, it was before my time. 20th overall pick. Man, where did he play college at? He played for New Mexico. Man, I would like to look at like his college stats and like his college box score, because he had to have been a good college player to get drafted 20th overall. He's definitely not turned out to be that great in the NBA, that's for damn sure. But there's a lot of guys like that have not turned out to be great in the NBA. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream here. We almost went the full 30 minutes. It's about 7 o'clock Eastern, so I'm gonna wrap up the stream here, guys. I appreciate you tuning in. It's just a 2-game slate tonight. There wasn't too much to talk about. We mainly talked about Tony Snell for the entire stream. Didn't even answer many questions, but I appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow. We got a full slate tomorrow. I think 10 games on Friday, so I'll see you guys Friday. Wish you the best of luck tonight. Again, we'll be live an hour before lock. Hope to see you guys in the stream, and yeah, best of luck, fellas. Peace out.